dear students, myself Gangadhar Solanke and I welcome you all to the MC James virtual classroom.
Dear students, today in Standard 8's Geography, we'll be learning the topic land use. As we know, land is very important natural resource, and without land, we even can't imagine our life. So, land is very important natural resource, and in this topic we are going to learn about the different types of land uses. So here on the screen you can see the distribution of water and the earth or land on the earth, the surface of the earth. Water is near about 75% and the ground or the land is 25%. Then in here water 70% and land is here divided into under conservation it's 10% and under conversion then intact 7% and agriculture 12%. Now we are going to study this in detail, but before that on the screen you can see the questions given in our textbook. What you people have to do, draw a sketch of what? Sketch of your house. On this sketch show the following with proper directions. Now what you people have to do, you have to draw a sketch and then you have to show these things in that sketch: kitchen, bathroom, then the courtyard, living room, bedroom, etc. After the sketch is ready, एक बार आपका sketch ready हो गया, then discussion on the following points. Why do we need to fix a place for everything in the house? Why do we need to fix a place? If you people observe your sketch carefully और हमारे घर को भी हम अच्छी तरह से देखेंगे, then we can understand that there is place for each and everything. ऐसा नहीं कि कुछ भी कहीं पर रखा जाता है, कभी किचन हॉल की जगह पे या फिर हॉल किचन की जगह पे या फिर बेडरूम हॉल में हॉल किचन में, ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है. देयर इज फिक्स्ड प्लेस. सो व्हाई डू वी नीड टू फिक्स अ प्लेस फॉर एवरीथिंग इन द हाउस एंड व्हाट वुड हैपन इफ देयर वर नो फिक्स्ड प्लेसेस? About this you have to discuss. Now schools are closed due to the COVID pandemic, so you people can discuss this with your parents, with your sister or brother at home. What would happen if there were no fixed places? And now here we'll discuss about this. You may have realized that there is a fixed place for everything, and if this is not done the house appears disorganized, about which may our mother always complain about this. क्योंकि हम कुछ चीज़ें लेते हैं तो वहीं के वहीं पर नहीं रखते हैं, तो हमारी मम्मी हमेशा कंप्लेन करती है क्योंकि मम्मी को सब घर साफ़ सुथरा रखना होता है, घर संभालना होता है, और हम लोग अगर विथ डिसिप्लिन नहीं रहेंगे, कोई भी चीज़ कहीं पर फेंकेंगे, कहीं पर रखेंगे, देन इट विल लुक डिसऑर्गेनाइज्ड. सो इफ दिस इज नॉट डन द हाउस appears disorganized. There will be difficulties while moving around the house. If the bed is not at the place of bed, or the things in the kitchen like fridge is not at the place where the place is fixed for it, then it will create problem in moving around the house, and that's why each and everything in the house is placed at its place or the place reserved for it. And nowadays many buildings or the maps are according to the places of the things in the house. It included in the interior also. So even if these arrangements are changed, there will be confusion for a few days. You'll not get the things. And the land available in your house is used for different purposes, and that is why it is always very important to keep the things at its place. Here on the screen you can see the map, we can say, or the plan of a house: kitchen, living room, here master bedroom, then bedroom, bathroom, hallway, entry, then laundry, utility closet, WC. So the things are fixed here. Next point. Land use is the way or purpose for which land in a region is used. So what is land use? Land use is the way or purpose. किसी particular thing के लिए ही particular land use की जाती है, that is land use. So the interaction between geographical factors and man have resulted in land use. No other animal like human being using land. जिस तरह से हम लोग लैंड का यूज़ करते हैं वैसे बाकी एनिमल नहीं करते हैं, सिर्फ रहने के लिए वो यूज़ करेंगे. बट वी पीपल आर यूजिंग इट टू लिव, फॉर कंस्ट्रक्टिंग द बिल्डिंग्स और फॉर making the factories and for many more purposes like agriculture. So land use undergoes changes with time. Now you people already learned about the how we came to be in EVS part 2nd of the standard 5th, and there you have already learned about the journey of the human being or the evolution of humankind, and there we know how man started using land comparatively other animals. So as man's needs have increased, this is all about the needs. As man's needs have increased, the use of land for different purposes has also increased. Mineral rich land is used for mining. For example, if the land is rich in mineral, then it is used for mining. Fertile plains are used for agriculture. So these are the two best examples of land use. Depend on the quality of the land, or depend on the geographical factors, or depend on the natural resources which are available in that particular land or around the land. All these things decides the use of land. Now according to that, we are going to talk about the types of land use, and basically rural land use, then urban land use, and transitional areas and suburbs. So these are the three main types of uses of land. And then in rural land use we are having arable land, then the next is fallow land, then forest land, grassland or pasture land. Then in urban land use, commercial land use, residential land use, transport land use, public utility area, recreational land use. So now one by one we have to talk in detail about these types. But if we talk about the rural land use, then in the next slide, in the urban land use we are having mixed land use also. So in rural areas, agriculture is the main occupation everywhere in the world. Agro-based activities are common in rural areas. As we know, India is an agrarian country, and not only in India but everywhere in the world, agriculture is the main occupation of the people, and it is very important for us to get food. So the agriculture is the main occupation. This influences the location for the rural settlements, and hence these settlements are located close to the agricultural fields and forest areas. So their settlements of miners are close to the mining areas, while fishermen's settlements are near to the seashore. And in rural areas the availability of land is more and the population is less, and hence population is sparse. In rural areas the extent of residential area is less. So land use in the rural areas can be classified as arable land, and about that now we are going to talk in detail. But one thing here which you have to understand, that the settlement is depend on the use of land. जैसे मुंबई के बारे में अगर बात करेंगे तो फिशरमैन जो है मोस्टली हमें समुद्र के किनारे में उनके घर दिखते हैं, या फिर कोकन के एरिया में हम जाएंगे तो वहाँ पर भी बहुत सारी सेटलमेंट्स जो है वो फिशरमैन की होती है. माइनिंग की अगर हम बात करेंगे तो जो वहाँ पे कम करने वाले लोग हैं, काम करने वाले, वो उसके आजू बाजू में रहते हैं. सो दिस डिपेंड्स ऑन द यूज ऑफ लैंड. नाउ arable land, this is the land which is under cultivation, जिसमें खेती की जाती है, फार्मिंग के लिए इस लैंड का यूज किया जाता है. नॉर्मली दिस लैंड इज अंडर इंडिविजुअल ओनरशिप, किसी एक व्यक्ति के अंडर ये होती है या फिर वो उसका मालिक होता है. सो नॉर्मली arable type of land is the land which is under individual ownership. This land can be classified as per the ownership of the land and types of agriculture. So again, two important things: land can be classified as per the ownership and types of agriculture. Now the next one, fallow land. This is agricultural land which is temporarily not in use. है तो एग्रीकल्चर लैंड बट अभी इन प्रेजेंट उसका यूज नहीं किया जा रहा है फॉर एग्रीकल्चर. सो दिस इज एग्रीकल्चरल लैंड विच इज टेम्पररीली नॉट इन यूज in order to improve the fertility of the soil. The farmer does not use a part of his agricultural land for 1 or 2 seasons because this improves the fertility of the soil and which will give the best crop or the product for the farmer in the next year. So farmers used to keep such type of land temporarily not in use. Then next to the fallow land, forest land. Now here it is not that much hard to understand because in the heading only we can understand the use of land. For example, forest land. तो जो forest है ऐसी land पर, that is called forest land. A demarcated forest area is also a type of rural land use, and from this area forest products like firewood, gum and grass are obtained. And not only these but the many medicinal plants are also we can get, and also forests are the habitat of the different animals, number of food chains are there. So this is what is very important for the ecosystem. Forests, here you can see forest comprise of large trees, then the bushes, creepers and grass. Now next, grassland or pasture land. This land is under the ownership of the village panchayat or the government and is used for grazing purpose for the animals. जो खेती में काम करते हैं जैसे गाय बैल भैंस है, इनको चराने के काम में ये लैंड आती है. दिस इज अंडर द ओनरशिप ऑफ द विलेज पंचायत और अंडर द ओनरशिप ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट. दिस लैंड बिलोंग्स टू द एंटायर विलेज, नॉट ओनली ऑफ एनी पर्टिकुलर इंडिविजुअल्स ओनरशिप. ये पूरे गांव की ज़मीन होती है क्योंकि ये गवर्नमेंट की है या फिर विलेज पंचायत जो गवर्नमेंट के अंदर आता है. वेरी लिटिल ग्रास लैंड इज अंडर इंडिविजुअल ओनरशिप, इट डिपेंड्स, बट लिटिल ग्रास लैंड इज अंडर इंडिविजुअल ओनरशिप. नाउ द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, अर्बन लैंड यूज. There has been an increase in urban settlements in the 20th century, and we can see the number of cities increasing day by day, not only in the population but increasing in the factories and in giving the opportunities in the field of employment, and so that people are continuously migrating from rural areas to urban areas. And in urban areas land is used for different purposes. It is necessary to make maximum use of the land. In urban areas with reference to population the land is limited, not like the land in the rural areas where the population is less and land is available. But if you talk about the urban land use, then the population is high and the land use is limited, therefore the distribution of population is dense. Now here it is dense, and in the village or the urban area it is sparse. Urban land use can be classified now like commercial land use. some parts of cities are only used for commercial purposes in the urban areas. In these areas, there are many shops, banks, and offices. That's why it is called under the commercial use. This has given rise to the concept of the Central Business District, that is CBD. If we go through the examples, then in Mumbai, the fort area, अगर आप CST जाते हैं और वहाँ से फोर्ट में जाएंगे तो वहाँ पर हमें बहुत सारी बैंक्स देखने को मिलती है, बहुत सारे कमर्शियल ऑफिसेस है, बहुत सारे शॉप्स है. तो वो जो लैंड हुई, दैट इज द टाइप और बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल ऑफ कमर्शियल लैंड यूज. देन द BKC इन बांद्रा कुर्ला कॉम्प्लेक्स, दैट इज also example of commercial land use. Then next one, residential land use. Again the same thing, it is in the name only. Here the main land use is for residential purposes, and nowadays we are seeing continuously that the constructions are going everywhere, not only in the cities but the area near the cities, and in this area houses and residential buildings are included. Since population is more in the urban areas, residential land use has increased continuously. जैसे मैंने आपको बताया कि रेसिडेंशियल लैंड यूज़ जो है वो बढ़ता ही जा रहा है. जैसे मुंबई है, पहले थाना और मुंबई के बीच में ज़्यादा डिफरेंस था, फिर थाना और डोंबिवली या कल्याण है. वैसे ही नॉट ओनली ऑन द सेंट्रल लाइन बट ऑन द हार्बर लाइन या फिर वेस्टर्न लाइन, कंटिन्यूसली जैसे पॉपुलेशन बढ़ता जा रहा है, रेसिडेंशियल एरियाज़ की डिमांड बढ़ती जा रही है और कंस्ट्रक्शन एरियाज़ बढ़ते जा रहे हैं. और इससे क्या हो रहा है कि सिटीज़ क्लोज आ रही है, एक दूसरे के साथ जुड़ी जा रही है. सो population is more in the urban areas, residential land use has increased. Next one, again very important in the urban land use, and nowadays this is the serious issue because there is no place for the arranging the vehicles or for parking. So in urban areas, transportation facilities are important for the movement of goods and people. Public bus stops, then railway lines, metro, monorail, commercial vehicles, etc. are there, and for this purpose different types of transportation like public bus stops, railway lines, metro, monorail. Now in Mumbai we can see all these types. Public bus stops हमें देखने को मिल सकते हैं, रेलवे लाइंस हम देखते हैं, मेट्रो मोनोरेल का काम चल रहा है वो भी हमें देखने को मिलता है. एंड बाय दैट वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड हाउ मच प्लेस इज रिक्वायर्ड फॉर दिस और हाउ द लैंड इज इन यूज फॉर दिस पर्पजेस. एंड दिस इज व्हाट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इन द urban land use. Now in addition to this, the number of private vehicles is also large, and hence in cities, roads, railway lines, station, petrol pumps, transport depots and vehicle repair centers occupy large areas. So these are included in the transport land use. जो भी सिटीज़ रोड्स है, रेलवे लाइंस है, स्टेशन, पेट्रोल पंप्स, ट्रांसपोर्ट डेपोट्स, इवन व्हीकल रिपेयर सेंटर्स जिसको गैरेज कहते हैं हम, ये सारी चीज़ें अंडर ट्रांसपोर्ट लैंड यूज आती है. नाउ द नेक्स्ट वन, पब्लिक यूटिलिटी एरिया. फॉर द वेरियस नीड्स ऑफ द पॉपुलेशन सम सर्विसेज आर प्रोवाइडेड बाय द लोकल गवर्निंग बॉडीज, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट और central government. It may be by the local government bodies or by state government or central government. The area under these services comes under this category, which includes hospitals, जो government hospitals होते हैं बड़े बड़े, then post offices, police stations, police grounds, school, colleges, universities and many more things we can add in this. So all these things are under the public utility area or public utility type of land use. The land use under the category is important, and the services diffuse the tensions caused due to the burgeoning population. The next one, recreational land use. In cities, some areas have to be specially reserved for the entertainment because of the lack of land. कुछ लैंड को रिजर्व रखना पड़ता है, नहीं तो लोग उतनी लैंड भी छोड़ने के लिए तैयार नहीं होते. सो गवर्नमेंट ऐसी कुछ रिजर्व प्लॉट्स, रिजर्व जगह रखता है फॉर द entertainment of the population, and the use of such spaces is mainly for fields, gardens, swimming pools, theaters, etc. So recreational land is used for areas such as parks, playgrounds, golf courses and arenas. So आप जहाँ पर रहते हैं वहाँ के एरिया में अगर कोई प्लेग्राउंड है या फिर कोई गार्डन है तो इट इज़ अंडर द recreational land use. And then the mixed land use. In some areas, we find all these uses together. Such areas are said to have mixed land uses. For example, residential areas and entertainment areas. For example, in the society only where you are living, you have garden, you have theater, or you have playground. Then such type of land is called mixed land use. And if we talk about the maps, then on maps special colors are used to indicate such areas. For example, red is for residential, then blue is for commercial, then yellow for agriculture, and green is forest areas. Next one now, transitional areas and suburbs. Rural settlements start outside the boundary areas of urban settlements. Again, I am repeating this. Rural settlements start outside the boundary areas of urban settlements. जो urban settlement है उसकी boundary के बाजू में rural settlement develop होना start होता है, but the intermediate area in between is called transitional area. For example, this one if is urban area and if this one is rural area, so this place which is in between the urban area and rural area, ये place develop होना धीरे धीरे start होता है, and that is called transitional area. So in this area there is a blend of rural and urban land use. We can't say it is अर्बन और रूरल, उसको हम ठीक से रूरल भी नहीं कह सकते और अर्बन भी नहीं कह सकते. सो दैट इज नथिंग बट द ब्लेंड ऑफ रूरल एंड अर्बन लैंड यूज. इन दीज एरियाज लैंड यूज इज ऑफ मिक्स्ड नेचर. इट मे बी ऑफ अर्बन एंड रूरल. इन दिस जोन cultural activities are also of mixed type, and over time this area is converted to an urban area and these regions become suburbs. For example, Bandra, then Bhandup, which are suburbs of Mumbai city. अगर हम मुंबई सिटी की बात करेंगे तो बैंड्रा उससे दूर था, भांडुप ऐसी जगह है जो उससे दूर था, लेकिन विद द टाइम जैसे जैसे डेवलपमेंट होती गई तो ये दोनों में जो डिस्टेंस है वो कम होता गया. यहाँ के लोग वहाँ पर, वहाँ के लोग यहाँ पर, यहाँ की फैसिलिटीज़ वहाँ पर, वहाँ की फैसिलिटीज़ यहाँ पर, एंड फाइनली इट बिकेम द अर्बन टाइप ऑफ एरिया विच वी कॉल suburbs. Suburbs of Mumbai city, Bandra and Bhandup. And now the next one, planned cities. After the Industrial Revolution, urbanization occurred on large scale. Since this urbanization was not well planned, cities began to grow in a haphazard manner without any plan, and because of the employment opportunities, there a large scale migration to cities occurred. Now best example of this is the Mumbai city, जिसमें हर दिन लोग दुनिया के या फिर भारत के हम कह सकते कि अलग अलग कोनों से फॉर द एम्प्लॉयमेंट अपनी रोजी की रोटी के लिए, अपना पेट भरने के लिए या फिर अपने सपने पूरे करने के लिए आते ही आते हैं. सो ऐसी जगहों पे पॉपुलेशन दिन ब दिन बढ़ता जाता है और लैंड जो है वो कम पड़ती है. सो अ लॉट ऑफ डाइवर्सिटी इज विजिबल इन द लैंड यूज ऑफ सिटीज एंड देयर वी कैन से लिमिटेड लैंड varied land uses and burgeoning cities resulted in the thought of having planned cities for the future. Because the migration is continuously going, we can't stop migration, but to solve the problem of land use, only the thing which one can do is to plan cities for the future. So even before a city grows, its land use is predetermined and planned layout is prepared. For example, Navi Mumbai, or the examples given in our textbook. On the screen you can see Singapore, then the Seoul in South Korea, Zurich in Switzerland, Washington DC, USA, Brasilia in Brazil, Chandigarh, Bhubaneswar in India are all examples of planned cities. So these are the cities which are planned. Please subscribe the channel and press bell icon to get notifications.
So my dear students, this is all for today. Thank you very much. Stay home, stay safe, take care.